YouTube? My name is Mario, aka the Loot Box Hero. Check out my second channel, because the second channel is popping, aka the Real Super Mario here, bringing you another video. Alright, so to take a little break between the Pokemon leaks, I decided to go ahead and do an Overwatch video, since they're kind of busting down more of those Pokemon leaks from yesterday. So I decided to sneak one of these in until we get back to that. So it is what it is. So we've got the patch notes for Season 13. Now that I finally found them, because they're not on the regular patch notes page, you know what I'm saying? So I had to find these suckers, but I did. So we're going to kind of bypass a lot of this stuff, because we kind of covered this stuff with the trailer and other kind of stuff like that. So, you know, we know about the My Hero Academia collab. We know about the Spellbinder season. You know, Widowman. Yeah, we know about all that. Here's one of the cool things right here. So this is in a developer update earlier today, but interactive scoreboard. So now on the scoreboard, you can mute characters, you can mute players, you can like change the volume of their mic, you can report players from the scoreboard, which that right there, that's huge. That's huge. All right, so many more people are gonna be reporting people now, which it could be a good or a bad thing, because, you know, if you get a little toxic, you might get reported. Dang, I can't be toxic no more, bro. That sucks. But you can do all of this from the scoreboard now. So that's actually pretty cool. You know, you can, you know, leave and join group chat, all that kind of stuff. So that's pretty cool. Matchmaking stuff. I mean, I don't duo too many times. This one right here is another one that's interesting too. The whole public games. So custom games, public custom games. Now you have to get endorsement level 3 in order to be able to do that. So it says, a reminder that we've always been actioning accounts that post disruptive content in the in-game browser, and we're serious about removing problematic players that did not follow the code of conduct. Whenever an account has been actioned for a social penalty, so, you know, being toxic in chat or something like that, they're reduced to endorsement level 0. So the combination of social actions and this feature will allow for one chance to change their behavior before they're permanently banned. Anyone who is below endorsement level 3 can still host games with friends or invite-only settings, but they will not be able to access the everyone settings. So I think this is good and bad. I think it's a good thing, because even though I don't mess around with custom games that much, you know, having toxic people just host custom games and be toxic kind of sucks. But on the other hand, though, I do feel like this is getting like, they're getting kind of authoritarian with this game as far as like the way they're like really cracking down on what you can say and what you can do, because what some people think is toxic might not be actually toxic. Like, toxic is kind of a subjective thing. Like, you can say something like like, oh man, DPS diff, right? You know, and somebody would be like, oh my gosh, like, how can you say, why are you talking about them? I'm like, bro, they went through the entire first round. They are 0-3, okay? They have not killed a single person this game, and they are on DPS. This nigga is playing Reaper, and he hasn't killed anybody. His name is Reaper, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, but guess what? Somebody can consider that toxic and report you for toxic chat. Trust me, it's happened to me before. Alright? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, this DPS garbage. You know, oh, well, you can't stop talking about him. I will stop talking about him if he starts killing people. Okay? But, you know, it is what it is. Streamer mode. So this is another one, too. So it says streamer mode. Access to hide my name function of streamer mode now requires completing the Unrelenting Hero Lifetime Challenge. So basically, you have to win a certain amount of games. I think for Unrelenting Hero, you have to win like 1,700 games or something to that extent. Or I know it's over 1,000 games you have to win in any mode. It doesn't have to be comp. It can be like, you know, quick play. You know, it could be mystery heroes. It could be anything. But you have to win like over 1,000 games though. Developer comments. We have been listening to the community feedback that newer accounts should be required to earn access to this feature, but it's important that this feature can't be abused by various types of disruptive players that tend to play on very new accounts. As a reminder, the hide my name feature does not prevent disruptive players from being punished when they're reported, since we know their actual battle tag behind the scenes. The thing is, so if you report somebody that's using the hide my name feature, they'll still get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, you don't know. All right, a lot of times, I play around the same time every day. So, or every time I play, because I don't play every day, but every time I play around the same time. I play between like 11 and like 2 a.m., you know. And so I know a lot of the people that play at that time, because I've been playing that way for years. And so I know, like, okay, well, this person is kind of toxic. This person's a smurf. This person throws. And you know it by their name, you know what I'm saying? But if they're using hide my name, you're not going to know. And so they're just going to go in there and screw your games up. So I think this is pretty good. Most streamers have probably already won like 1,000 games. So, you know. Challenge updates. Yeah, I'm going to skip that. The mythic aspects thing. So that's just saying that's been added to the shop. Oh, top 500. This one was cool. Now, I got spoiled to this one. So, top 500. The requirements to appear in top 500 leaderboard have changed. The win requirement per season has been reduced from 50 to 25. And the seasoned competitor challenge, 750 lifetime wins in comp, is now required to be completed to be eligible for any top 500 leaderboard starting in season 12. So, basically, at the end of this season, if you want to be top 500, you need to have won 750 comp games. So I think this is to stop, like, I don't know what, those unranked to GM type of situations. Because, you know, I don't think you're going to play. I mean, do you play that many games in an unranked? I don't think you play that many games in unranked to GM. So this kind of stops that issue. So you can't be officially GM top 500 if, you know, you haven't won 750 games. So, which I kind of like the idea of, you know, unranked to GM challenges, but I get it. You don't want Smurfs in your game, so I get that too. All right, so one last general update too. So it says swapping your hero hides your selection from the enemy for 15 seconds. Which is cool. All right, so this basically stops people that, like, oh, well, once the enemy tank swaps, they immediately go and swap. This stops that. We're not playing that game no more. You know, even though, I mean, they might just wait 15 seconds and go swap anyway, because that's just the way this kind of goes. But this stops that whole situation, you know. It says, this change adds friction to counter swapping, especially in extreme case where two players on opposite teams are both sitting in spawn with the scoreboard open, rapidly switching their heroes in response to each other's choices. So, yeah, no more of that, please. You know what I'm saying? Just play the game. That's what it is. All right, so we got what we came here for. We got the patch notes for the characters. So we start off with Maga. So Malga, incendiary chain gun. Ignite damage over time duration increase from 3 to 4 seconds. So he's got a longer burn. So that's more damage from Malga. And more opportunities for him to use his lifesteal. So that increasing Malga's burn effect will help better reward for going for the smaller, harder to hit targets. But yeah, it kind of would, but it also rewards him for shooting the less harder to hit targets too. So, okay, all right. Ramatra. So Pummel no longer. Bye, Ramatra. Bye. No longer pierces barriers. Oh no. Oh no. That was one of the best parts of playing Ramatra. So if you were playing against like a good Reinhardt or Zarya or something, Going Ramatra was the good thing because you could get through the shield, you could get through the bubbles. Oh no! Now deals 2.5 more damage to barriers. Ramatra's pummel projectiles going through barriers was a source of frustration for players when trying to protect themselves and their allies. With these changes enabling Ramatra to deal critical damage to barriers, he will still be able. He will still be a valuable hero choice against barrier mechanics, but won't immediately apply damage to players on the other side. I mean, yeah, so he could just break the barrier, which, okay, I mean, that's cool. Like, I think it would have been better to just decrease the damage that he does through the barrier instead of just having him break the barrier. This makes his matchup against Zarya much better for him because now he can just break the bubble. All right, which I don't know. As a Zarya player, I'm not a huge fan of this, but okay, let's see. All right, let's see what they did to Reinhardt. Let's see. Barrier field health reduced from 16 to 15. So a Rein nerf. So we got Ramatra shield buff and a Rein shield nerf. Okay. All right. Okay. And that's all the tanks. And that's all we get for the tanks. We get a nerf and a buff and a buff. Okay. All right. So nothing for Orisa. Nothing for Doomfist. No nerfs. Okay. All right. Let's see what they got. Let's see. Damage. So Hanzo base health increased from 225 to 250. We are reverting Hanzo back to his previous health now that it's possible to take out an opposing Hanzo with a well-aimed headshot thanks to weapon damage changes. Okay, all right. Now Hanzo is supposed to be one of these mobile heroes, right? So making his health 225 was actually kind of perfect because he can do so much damage. He's kind of like this glass cannon, a very mobile glass cannon. But now he's got the 250. Okay. All right, Sojourn. So let's see what they did for Sojourn. All right, so Sojourn, railgun energy no longer stops degenerating at 25% or at 25 energy. So it can go down lower now. So it doesn't just stop at 25. Okay. But time before energy degradation increased from 7 to 12 seconds. So her energy can go past 25, but it takes longer to do that. Got you. Okay. All right. So then the disruptor shot, damage per second increased from 60 to 80. Okay. That's a little okay. That's just kind of crazy. All right. And now generates 25% damage done to enemy players as railgun energy. Okay, that's an interesting concept. So let's say that somebody is dumb, right? And they stay in the disruptor shot for 2 seconds. So it does 160 damage to them. All right, so 25% of that is like 40. So that means that she will get 40 railgun energy from a dumb person that stands in the disruptor. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. But I get it though. It does kind of streamline her whole kind of railgun kit. Okay. All right, I get it. So these railgun changes swap out 25 minimum energy. It decays for a longer time before it begins to degenerate, which alleviates some of the pressure to quickly use the secondary fire. Disruptor shot is getting a damage increase and it helps effectiveness as an area denial tool along with additional utility through generating a small amount of railgun energy to make it more broadly useful. So I kind of dig this. You don't see too many Sojourns in the metal ranks. So, but I think this will be more something in the higher ranks of play. Especially the damage increase is probably going to be kind of crazy for people. All right, but let's see. I've heard that Sombra was dead. All right, I heard Sombra was dead. Let's see what they did. Let's see what they did to my girl. Let's see here. Sombra. So hack no longer ends stealth, but does reveal Sombra. So it doesn't break stealth when you hack people, but okay, all right. Hack ability lockout effective duration reduced from 1.5 to 1 second. Well, that's already a shot to the head right there, because the lockout reduction kind of sucked, right? Because it really wasn't. You weren't even like using hack to lock out abilities. You were using hack to stop abilities, right? You know what I'm saying? To stop people from being able to use them. So it wasn't even really like a lockout thing, you know what I'm saying? And now that makes it even worse. So now if you can't get that kill in that 1 second on a support, basically you're not going to get the kill. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, if they can get there, if the Moira can get her blink back in a second, then there's no point, you know. Or if the Kiriko can get her teleport back in a second, then you're not gonna be able to do it. So that sucks. Bob hack stun Bob hack stun duration reduced from 10 to 3. Why? Like, what? Why would you do? Okay, Bob is one of the best abilities in the game, like, period, right? So one thing that you can do to counter Bob is to hack him, right? He already has tank buffs, right? All right, and now you can't hack him? Bruh, that's why? Like, were people complaining about this? Like, okay, all right, let's continue on. So stealth, no longer passive, now activates using the translocator. So, okay. And now has a 5-second duration. Ooh. Yeah, Sombra's dead. So she can only be in stealth for 5 seconds. And she has to activate it with the translocator. So, basically, she's dead. Like... You fucking... Yeah, this is it for Sombra. Okay. Added stealth timer around the reticule has been removed, and removed the ability icon. So, yeah, stealth is gone completely, essentially. Taking damage now reveals Sombra for 1 second, instead of ending health. I mean, it's stealth, but there's no point. Stealth's only 5 seconds. So, like, nah. Translocator cooldown has been increased from 5 to 7 seconds. No.
Stop! He's already dead.
Yeah, they put Sombra in the dirt. Oh, they put Sombra in the dirt for real, for real. So now she can only activate stealth with the translocator, and the translocator now has a higher cooldown. Yeah, so yeah, it's done. EMP ultimate cost increased by 12%. So now EMP, you know, costs more now. Opportunist. The opportunist passive has been added back in. Increases Sombra's weapon damage versus hacked targets. See critically injured targets through walls. Like, yeah, it is what it is. This is a significant change to Sombra's playstyle in hopes of making her more interactive for the opposing team and shifting some of her power from the utility of stealth to hack into increased lethality. So you're just making her a regular DPS, which, I mean, I guess that kind of works in the lower tiers, but Sombra is... Yeah, this is not what she was supposed to be doing, but okay. Rest in peace, Sombra. It was fun. It was fun. So next we got the supports. So we got Baptiste. So his biotic launcher, primary fire recoil reduced by 30, which I guess this means that it makes it easier for you to hit your healing shots, I guess. So this change is aimed at reducing the fatigue resulting from controlling the recoil over longer periods of play more than trying to add power to his primary fire. Oh, this is the primary fire. Oh, so Bap can hit shots better now. Oh, okay. All right, that's okay, that's fun. I don't think Bap needed a buff to his damage to allow him to do damage easier, but okay. Let's see. Brig repair pack cooldown increase from 5 to 5.5 seconds. Brigida's healing output over the course of the match is quite high, so this is a slight adjustment to help bring that back in line. I don't really. I mean, I guess yeah. If you're good at Brig and you can proc Inspire a lot, I guess it could be kind of high, but you still have to be near Brig, and she still has to be doing damage in order to get that sustained healing. So the health packs kind of help in the meantime when you're not properly Inspire. So, but okay. Juno. So the Medi Blaster fall off damage reduced from 30/50 meters to 25/35 meters. So now, if the fall off starts way quicker, which I mean, I guess that works because she was able to kind of like snipe people at a distance, you know. So, but I mean, that was part of the fun though, being able to take people out from long range, especially after you hit them with the little, like, you know, micro space missiles. Like, that was kind of cool. But okay, I kind of get why they did it though. Healing per projectile reduced from 6.5 to 6, so they brought her healing down too. Juno's healing output is too high for how much mobility she possesses, so we're shortening her fall off range to increase the importance of positioning well with her mobility abilities. So, all right, so this is the patch notes. Not as bad as the patch from last season, but it's not much of an improvement either. They killed my favorite DPS character outside the Junkrat, so I can still play Junk. I can still play Torb. No more Sombra though. Sombra's dead. So that's about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow with more Pokemon news.